Welcome to World of Braiding and Extensions. My name is Joyphido, and today we're coming to you with something exciting as always. We've been away for so long and we realized that we need to bring you more exciting, hairstyles, things you can do with your hands. What we represent here, empowering you with knowledge, skills, information, everything that can help you grow. And as always, we do this through action, through showing you how to go about it. So especially with braiding, weaving, and extensions, we want you to really get that knowledge and that skill in your hands. And that's what we do constantly. So today we're going to be showing you something exciting using the training head. And we hope as always that you like it. So welcome on board. Okay, so what are we up to about today? Before we start, we constantly remember to say thank you to everyone who watches our videos, everyone who's bought our DVDs, everyone who follows us and make comments. Okay, so we occasionally get the nasty comments that don't really encourage us to do more, but on the whole, we get more beautiful, heartwarming, beautiful, thanking, great comments that empower us as well to do more. So we're grateful to all of you for keeping us coming back to show you what we know, because as always we love sharing. And yes, I do get queries like you talk too much, but because I know some things, because something is in me already and I know I can share it, that's why I talk about it. So if you find I talk too much, it's not to your interest, just turn down the volume of what you're using and then just watch my hands if it's something to do with the hands. But if it's something that I just have to talk about, like when I give the inspirational talks, then there's no other way but to listen to me. And you listen because there's a message I'm trying to share, a message I'm trying to bring across. So let's not digress. The whole idea is we're really grateful to all of you for continuously watching our videos, buying our DVDs, following us on this journey. I mean, you've empowered us so much. We have this beautiful followership, people listening to us, people getting knowledge, people getting advice from us, and we get people thanking us saying, you've made something change in my life. For us, that is an achievement. We love the fact that we can share with you. So today we're going to be sharing with you a unique way of working with hair that just adds glamour, adds something new to a regular hairstyle that you might know. It's going to be the cornrows, but it's not just cornrows. This time we're going to show you how to create a crisscross cornrows. So yes, we've been away for some time, but we're coming back. We're coming back with full swing. We're coming back with so much more exciting things to show you. And like I said, today is just one of those days we're going to show you more. But you can see I have my model here. Now, like we've done in the past, sometimes we may not have someone sit down and we create this amazing look on them. So the one good beautiful things with us who work with hair is this training head that helps us to achieve all the wonderful, beautiful hairstyle we want to achieve on a client. So most times what I say is, especially when you're trying to learn, the training head is your first point of call. So this is the best place to start. And thereafter, once you've acquired your knowledge, then you can pass it on to your clients and then work with them. So for me in particular, I love working with the training head because it allows me to release my creativity. And most times when you have clients, they're going to be very fussy and picky. Do it this way, don't do it that way. But for you who's still at the stage you're trying to learn, this is the best place to start. So we're going to work with her today to give you ideas how to create the zigzag cornrow. The crisscross cornrows. Zigzag came to my mind because that's going to be the next one. Not today, the next video we'll be working on. So crisscross cornrows is what we're working on today. Okay, so before we start, we always want to see what materials are necessary for the video that we're going to work with. And so today, what we need is just the brush to be able to brush her hair. We need the tail comb because we want to be able to section the hair. We need a clip because we want to be able to clip the hair away. And we need the water to spray on the client's hair to soften it and allow us to work with it. And then as always, you may need a big comb to make life a lot easier when you're trying to comb the hair through. So now we know what we need and we're ready to work with it. So what I'm going to be advising is when we start the sectioning, this is not the holy grail about how whenever you're creating the crisscross, this is what you do. What I want you to pick up is the action of creating crisscross. So there's so many ways you can play around with crisscross, and I'm going to just show you one way of doing this. But of course, advising you to be able to be as creative as possible. I always encourage creativity when you start working with hair, because creativity is inside your head. It's not in my hands, it's in your head. And once you think about something, the next thing is to let the hand do the work. So we've got our comb, and what I've done now is I've been able to create a straight line using the nose as a guide all the way to the back. And we've done a video on this before where we were talking about creating the basic sectioning in cornrows. So I won't make a big show about how I created that section, but what I've done is just create a straight line all the way to the back. Usually lift that up to see how much space is there and how much space is there. So if you find that the hair on one side is bigger than the other, take your time, section it neatly. So focus today is not about sectioning. Today is about creating this crisscross cornrows. Okay, so once you've created that section, what I want to do now is break this long stretch of hair from the front to the back into half. But it's not a full half, it's like a quarter and a 3/4. So using the ear as our guide is what I'm just using. And I just create a straight line across. So whatever I'm doing on this side, I would normally do on that side too. So let's just concentrate on the one side first. So that I've created that line across. So I'll clip that away for now. And I'll clip this away for now. Okay. So my focus first is coming from the ear, and I'm going up, from the ear up. So what I want to do is create a line. Okay, so I'm creating a line like you would have done, say, an all back cornrows. So I do a straight line from the top to the point where I created that 3/4 break from the straight line going back. So that's one. So I've got my first section. Yeah? And that's just waiting here. And I could just take a clip and hold it away for now. I create another line. So that's my second line. Now, why is the crisscross cornrows so necessary? It's just one of those styles that really enhance the creativity in cornrows. And one of the popular celebrities that wear this hairstyle a lot is Alicia Keys. You find she wears it most times with her hairstyles. So Alicia Keys is one of the celebrities who absolutely love this hairstyle because it brings a lot of intricate designs to her cornrows. So that's why it's one of those things you can really add on to what you already know. And I'm dealing with someone whom I'm imagining already knows how to create cornrows, and this is just an extra to your hands. But as always, remember to subscribe. When you subscribe, you get to see the videos we bring on all the time. So we love when you subscribe because then we know we have a community we're chatting with. And of course, the next thing we always want you to also know is when you know, especially when you're still way down there, you have no clue how to go about this, and you really want to go into this, we have DVDs for everything that we train people on here. And our DVDs are right here available for you to Either you go and download it from our website, worldofbraiding.com, or you actually order them from our other website, hairextensionsandbeauty.com. And this particular one is a full package one that contains everything we've taught and are still teaching in our academy. So feel free, help yourself. It saves you a lot of wondering what to do, especially when you want to go into this industry. So going away from that, we carry on with this. So we've got our block. Look at this. So we basically have 2 lines for cornrows. So this is one line and this is another line. And you can prefer to call them sections. Whatever you call them is fine. So if you wanted, there's another way I deal with this. I could just create a big block. So that could have been the block from here to there, straight on down. Once I've got that, then I go into it and create an inner line. But what I did was I just started with the smaller one and then I finished with the bigger one. So that's the 2 lines. What is going to change now is I'm going to put a block here. So this is one section and this is another. And once you've done that, with the crisscross, you clip them away. So you know exactly which one is where. And you do exactly the same thing on the top one. So basically what we've got here now is 4 smaller sections. One here, one there, one here, one there. And the knowledge I was saying, once you know what you're doing, be as creative as possible with your hairstyle. Is once you know what you're doing, you can break this up as many times as you want and have as much crisscrossing as you want. So now we've got hair here, we've got hair here. So this cornrow is going to go here. And this cornrow is going to go here. And then we're going to come to the back and finish it off. So let's do this. So you remember when we start our cornrow, we always start with a little section at the beginning. And we always spread the hair. That's why we had the water. So we start our interweaving. Now I know there are people who are going to say, but why didn't you show us how to really do the cornrow? This is not about showing you how to do cornrow. This is about showing you how to create the crisscross cornrow. So if you are way behind in cornrow, either download it and learn how to do cornrow first before you come back to this, or get a DVD to know how to go about creating cornrow. Then come back and learn how to do the crisscross and the zigzag. So you carry on. Now this is the trick with the crisscross. So as you're carrying on with your cornrow, you see the cornrow coming, you're walking towards the side where you want to criss and cross it to, hence crisscross. So remember I told you there's a block of cornrow here and there's another block at the other end on the other track. Let's call them tracks. So this is one track and that's another track. We're going to move to the second track back row. So let's say this is a front row. This is the front row here, back row, back row. So front row of the first track is going to move on to the second row of the second track, second row of the second track. If you get what I mean, you're gonna see it in action anyway. So let's go with it. So we're going towards the back, yeah, back row of the second track, yes. So you start moving your hand slowly to the top, and then once you got there, then you carry on with your cornrow. So can you see what's happened now? That was the first block, and this was the second block. This was the first track, this was the second track. So first block of the first track has gone to the second block of the second track, and that's what we've done. And once you get to the end of that little block of track, you just do a little bit of the cornrow, not completely done, and just stop that way. Now remember, we're doing this because there's still hair at the back. So we release the second one that we left hanging out, and now we're going to finish that one off. So this is what we do. So we carry on again. Remember the usual trick, get your cornrow always started right from the beginning, and the trick to that is create a little section, very little section. Something I insist in training all the time. You have to have this to make your cornrow stand out. So we start creating the cornrow. Okay, so as you're going slowly towards the back block of it, you again pick your section slowly, and this is where the action called crisscross is actually happening. Because the other line had gone across to the other side, this one is coming to the first line. So can you see what's happened? They've crossed each other here. And so that was the message I wanted you to get, where I said once you know how to create the action of crisscrossing, you can create as many breaks as you like. So remember, we created a break here between these two tracks, and it's that break that allowed us to cross to the other side and then cross to this side. So you could have created a break earlier, another break here, another break there, as many times as you like. So now we have those two strands waiting. Let's see how we go to the back now and finish up this line of cornrow. Of course, you could also do things here. You could have said, let me finish this part with a single plait. You could do anything you dream of. Whenever it comes to hair, I always say to you, be as creative as possible. So let me try and play some more with this. So what I could do here, now I want to finish off these two tracks. What I could do here is, let me try and create the lines first. Yeah, so we got the lines. What I could do here is take this one and finish this off. So I could take this track and finish this line off. And I could also take this track and finish this line off. Or I could crisscross again. I could take this track and go this way, and take this one and come that way. So that's what crisscrossing is all about. So I'm going to take that action. I'll cross it again so you get a clearer image of what crisscrossing is all about. But remember what I've said, you could also have just finished it off with single plaits. So I'll just take this one and I'll go like that. And sometimes it can be so difficult, especially with a training head that doesn't understand what you're trying to do. So you can say to it, shift your head for me or turn your head for me. So I'm trying to make her move a little bit. And that's it. So I've finished that line. And then you just finish it off with your single plaits to finish the design. I could carry on or I could just leave it halfway. You know what to do at this stage. So I leave that one, and then I'll drop this remaining hair, and I'll take this one and I'll finish crisscrossing it. So this is where we now go to this side again to finish it off. So you can see how we've crossed at 2 points. So we crossed here and we crossed here. And so as the hair gets further away on the client's head, now this part is very close to the ear, so it's usually the distance is a bit short. If we were going further into the middle of the head, the distance goes longer. And when that happens, what you can actually do is cross as many times as you like. And you could also have made your cornrows a lot smaller. So if they were a lot smaller, it looks really intricate. And then this is when Alicia Keys wears them and people wonder, wow. So you could actually be the one creating this design for your beautiful clients to look as glamorous as ever. Because what's so unique about this is it looks so complicated. Yet you're not going to think that it doesn't take so much to achieve such beautiful design in no time. And there are other ways you can play with this as well. You could also have a 3-line plan. You could also have a 3-line plan where in the middle is a straight single cornrow going all the way down, and then beside that becomes your crisscross. So people see this 3 looking like they're crossing each other, and people get really excited, wondering, wow, what amazing work they've done there. Now you can do it. So as we've said again, thank you so much for watching our videos and subscribing. Thanks to you, now we're nearly 100,000 subscribers. And this is a really, really amazing, great feat for us, because we never knew we could get this far when we started this journey. But of course, we've gone this whole journey with you, and so we're really proud. And we give all the thanks to you for standing by us and being part of us all this way. So again, if you're new at this, you don't know how to do hair, this is where the answer is. And years back when we started this, people were really confused, didn't know what to do. But I live far away, I have children, I have a family, I have relations, I have commitments. How do I go about going into this industry without having to travel and leave everything? Which was something I experienced. I left home, left my family in order to chase this dream. But I want to save you that, and that's why we created this. It's a package of over 30 DVDs in here, where 21 of them are just hands-on. And so crisscross, zigzag, you name it, they're all there. Box braids, Senegalese twists, Afro kinky. There's so much in here that will equip anyone who's ready to go into this industry. So it's your turn to take it on, so you can be one of the people who create amazing designs on their clients. And of course, if you find this is a bit too much to take on, we have the individual ones, where you can just start with something as simple as this and decide if this is what you really do want. But of course, as always, I'm here to inspire people, to encourage you, because I always say, who is the person feeding you? Who's giving you that money that puts food on the table? Whoever does that is the one who's controlling you. And you want to be controlled for life. You want your financial independence or financial freedom. Something like this, a skill in your hands, bring that on. So I just want the best for all of us out here on this earth. So, like always, enjoy life and live life to the fullest. So as always, follow me on Facebook, Joyphido. And on Facebook, we have so many pages. We have Joyphido International, where I inspire you. We have World of Braiding and Extensions, where you see so many students training in various things. We have World of Braiding, where I put out my skills and the things I've done with my clients. And then we have the fashion line, where I'm talking about my African design, which is one of my next big thing. And I talk about how to get healthy, especially with food that we have so much going on right now, so much chemical in the food we put in our system. So I'm looking at how I can help us to maintain a healthy life. So there's so much going on with me, so much. You can't afford not to just get to know what's happening. So follow us on all this social media and you stay informed. And we look forward to seeing you again.